A shaky-legged woman gets arrested in Escambia County visiting at a prison trying to smuggle drugs. She was caught because of an officer's great observation in the visitation area, and we'll discuss what he saw or what the other officer saw and how she got arrested. Now, we do have to also discuss a couple of areas of concern in the breakdown of how she got into the visitation park. But first, I want to talk about the praise and the good work of the visitation correctional officers up there in Escambia County. This woman right here that you're looking at in this picture used a false identity to come into the prison, and under her real name, she has a warrant for drug charges. So she can't come visit the prison under her real name. There's a warrant, right? Plus, she has a little bag of marijuana and a little packet of cocaine, suspected cocaine. They'll take it to FDLE lab and have it tested. And she goes into the visitation area with a very shaky leg that officers observed, which made them watch a little closer, right? I love that. I always say head on a swivel, situational awareness, know what's going on around you. And her shaky leg made officers suspicious. Like, is she nervous? Or is that just her twitch that she has normally? Either way, it brought the attention on her. When she tried to hand these 2 packets of drugs and put them in the inmate's pocket, she missed the pocket and they fell to the ground. Oops, not good. She was taken in. The inmate was taken in to custody. Yes, folks, for those of you that aren't familiar, he's in prison. He's in custody already. But now we're going to take him in for some introduction of contraband charges as well. And he's going to be dealt with disciplinary action as well from reports from the prison. Now, she was booked into the Escambia County, Florida jail. She has a $55,000 bond. Dumb gets dumber. She already has a warrant under her real name for drug charges. Now let's go get some more felony charges trying to bring drugs into a prison. I want to say heads up work by those visitation correctional officers. Great job. That's what we want. That's why you're there. We're short-staffed, and you still caught this lady. You still watched her. You still saw a sign. Signs, folks. Using your eyes and ears and nose to sense things that are going on around you. Great job to those officers who initiated the catch, initiated the arrest by great observation. So now that I've given you kudos, I want to talk about a couple of areas that concern me a little bit, though. How did she get on the visitation list? I can't answer that, right? I just know that she came in under a fictitious name. So, I'm assigned the investigation. I'm going to charge her with introduction of contraband into a correctional facility, 944.47 Florida statute. Felony introduction because she got past the gates and inside the prison, so now it's inside the prison. And we're going to hopefully put the hammer down on her. As the investigator, I'm going to charge the inmate as well for conspiracy to introduce contraband into a correctional facility. I also want the inmate to get administrative disciplinary action, and I want him to be charged criminally as well. What will I do on the inmate side? I'm going to check his, I'm going to search his property. I'm going to have his cell emptied out, remove him from his cell, and I want to go through all his mail. I want to listen to his phone calls. I want to see if there's anything between him and this woman that connects in his property or on his cell phone. That's number one. I'm going to read him his rights, and I'm going to interview the inmate. He'll probably clam up. and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't ask her to bring the drugs in. That's what they usually do when they get caught. I didn't ask her to put anything in my pocket. I don't know what the heck she was doing. That's probably what we're going to hear. But we're still going to read him his rights, and we're still going to charge him. Hopefully we can find some phone calls, some mail, or something that connects the two, discussing something that initiates introduction of contraband. I'm going to read her rights, see if she wants to talk and tell us what's going on. She's already got a warrant for drugs on the outside. Now she's arrested for this. She may talk, try to make a deal. Who knows? But is my investigation going to stop there? Well, I hope not, because as a prison concern, and I would sure hope that the prison administrators have a little concern, I'm going to go a little further in my investigation. I want to find out how she got in the prison under a fictitious name. Did she apply under a fictitious name? I can't answer that for you right now. I'm not there. I don't have paperwork and files in front of me, but I'm going to go to classification, prison classification. I'm going to get the file, and I want to see the process that she used to get approved under a fictitious name. I want to see what went wrong there. How did she get approved to get in that prison? Okay? And then we want to fix that, right? We don't want this to happen again. We don't want somebody with a warrant coming into our prison. Then the next thing I want to do, what happened during the inmate visitor searching process? Not blaming anybody, folks. Not trying to be a Monday morning quarterback, but she did get into the visitation with drugs. Was she searched properly? I'm not thinking so. And again, I'm not there. I want to make all that very clear, but I want to investigate. I want to find out who signed her in. No problem, because she was already cleared to come in by classification, apparently under a fictitious name. But I want to know who searched her. And I just want to interview them. That doesn't mean they're going to lose their job or anything, but I want to interview them and ask them how they searched her. We have to get all of it on record, okay? That officer that searched her will not get fired, but someone probably needs to retrain some folks on searching visitors, okay? We're not talking about interviewing the officer who searched her to try to fire that person, but we need to know what's going on, and probably some retraining in visitor searches would be great. That's probably what we need. If we don't do those things, we're not doing our job, folks. If we don't look into those things, it shows that we don't care. And prison administrators need to care and take care of those two areas, the classification area and the visitor search. Let's boost those up. Great job by the correctional officers in the visitation park. I would give them something in their file, prison administrators, for finding that, being alert, head on a swivel, situational awareness. Kudos, okay? Give them something. And then let's find out what went wrong in classification and what went wrong during the visitor's search, okay? But we got her. The drugs didn't make it in. At least the third line of defense, folks, caught her. First line of defense is properly check and make sure we're allowing the right people to get on the visitation list. Second line of defense, proper searches of visitors to ensure they're not bringing in contraband. Missed those two. Third line of defense, our officers in the visitation park. Bam! Good job. Glad you caught her. Love to see them go to jail. Love it. Good job in the visitation park, folks. Let's fix those other areas. Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe.